All right, so are you ready to really dig deep?
I am.
Because today we are taking this personalized look at Taurus and Capricorn compatibility.
Okay.
You have given us some really intriguing text on this Earth sign pairing.
Yeah.
And, we're going way beyond those basic, Taurus and Capricorn are both Earth signs descriptions.
Yeah. What's so captivating about this compatibility exploration is that it really goes beyond just those simple elemental connections. We often hear earth signs are compatible, but the real magic is in understanding the nuances of each sign,
Absolutely.
beyond just those basic archetypes.
Right. And you know me, I love to dig into the nuances. So one thing that immediately caught my eye in the text was this whole idea of Capricorns being emotionally reserved yet deeply devoted. It's like this puzzle, right? It's almost like this hidden intensity that I'm sensing here.
Exactly. And that's where I think astrology goes beyond, those silly personality quizzes that you see online. Because Capricorns, first and foremost, are ruled by Saturn, the planet of structure, long-term commitment, and that Saturnian influence translates into their emotional lives as well. They might not be the most outwardly emotional, but their feelings, believe me, run very, very deep.
Which honestly is something I think a lot of us can relate to, right? This fear of maybe being vulnerable, of putting your heart out there. But then the text goes on to talk about intimacy between Taurus and Capricorn. And this is where I'm like, ooh, okay, this is getting juicy. This is getting interesting. Apparently, there's shared rigidity, and I'm using quotes here because I don't love that word, but I get where the text is going with it. Apparently, their shared rigidity can actually create some unexpected synergy. This has me completely intrigued. How does that work?
It's fascinating, isn't it? Yeah. Because both of these signs, especially early on in a relationship, appreciate predictability. They appreciate a degree of control. And this shared groundedness, that rigidity the text mentioned, allows them to kind of gradually relax into the relationship. They let their guard down slowly, which ultimately leads to a very deep and fulfilling intimacy over time.
Okay, so they each kind of meet that need for control, and then, boom, the intimacy builds from there. It's like they find their own rhythm.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of rhythms, the text touched on Taurus exalting the moon, while Capricorn has a more cautious relationship with emotions. Can you break that down for us? I have to admit, I'm a little fuzzy on what exalting the moon really means for a Taurus.
Of course. So in astrology, the moon represents our inner emotional world. So think about how we process our feelings, our instincts, even how we nurture ourselves and others.
Okay.
Taurus, being ruled by Venus, the planet of love and beauty, naturally connects with the moon's energy. So Taurus really leans into emotional expression and seeks a partner who also appreciates that depth. And you, as someone, with Taurus placements, might find yourself naturally drawn to emotional expression and needing a partner who understands that.
Whereas Capricorn, approaches emotions a bit differently, right?
Right.
The text mentioned Capricorns can be more cautious.
Yeah.
It's not that they don't have deep feelings.
Right.
It's more about how they express them.
Exactly.
I'm already sensing some potential, clashes here.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got Taurus diving headfirst into emotions and Capricorn dipping their toes in with a bit more caution.
Yeah.
Have you ever worried about finding a partner who truly values your emotions and isn't afraid to open up? Because this difference in emotional expression really resonates with those fears, doesn't it?
It's a valid concern for sure. And in the text really does highlight this as a potential point of friction, right? Taurus might crave those more upfront kind of displays of affection, whereas Capricorn might express love through acts of service or unwavering loyalty. And it really highlights the importance of understanding each other's love languages, right?
Oh, totally.
Think about it, a heartfelt gift,
Yeah.
right? Versus a weekend getaway that's planned down to the last detail.
Oh, yeah.
Both say I love you,
Totally.
but in completely different ways.
Okay, that's a great way to put it. Learning to recognize those different dialects of love, essentially. So communication is key here, and luckily the text seemed optimistic on that front. Something about Capricorns hating lies and Taurus valuing discretion.
Yes, honesty and integrity are paramount to Capricorn.
Right.
They value directness and authenticity, really, in all their relationships. Taurus, on the other hand, appreciates discretion, loyalty. They value a partner who is reliable and trustworthy, someone who keeps their word.
Right.
And these might seem like simple traits, but they build a foundation of respect.
It's like they both understand the importance of just being upfront with each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if their communication styles are a little bit different.
Exactly.
But beyond just like honesty and communication, the text highlighted how Taurus and Capricorn actually complement each other with their differences.
Yeah.
It used this analogy of two puzzle pieces fitting together. It's funny because sometimes, like, the best partnerships come from those who seem different on the surface.
It's a perfect analogy. Taurus, connected to Venus, excels in emotional intelligence.
Oh.
They're empathetic, intuitive, and naturally attuned to the needs of others. Capricorn, influenced by Saturn, brings practicality, discipline, and a grounded perspective.
Right.
So imagine Taurus might be a bit more spontaneous, whereas Capricorn plans meticulously. It's not about one being better. It's how these differences actually create balance.
So where Taurus might be more go with the flow, Capricorn brings that structure.
Exactly.
And vice versa, Taurus encourages Capricorn to maybe loosen up a bit, tap into their emotional side. I'm starting to see how this pairing really does bring out the best in each other.
Exactly. Recognizing those differences as strengths rather than, obstacles, it makes for a really strong and balanced connection. Each brings something to the table that compensates for the other's weaknesses.
And speaking of strengths, we can't forget those like classic earth sign traits, right? Practicality, that grounded energy, a love for like the finer things in life. The text hinted at Taurus and Capricorn being, quite the power couple when it comes to achieving material success.
Absolutely.
But like more than that, enjoying it together in a way that like other signs might not fully grasp.
Right, yeah.
I'm picturing those like envy-inducing vacations, a home that's both stylish and cozy. Am I on the right track?
You're spot on, yeah.
Yeah.
There's this shared appreciation for quality.
Right.
For, enjoying the rewards of their hard work.
Yeah.
And you're right, it's not just about accumulating wealth for the sake of it, right? It's about creating a life of comfort, of beauty for themselves and those that they love.
Totally.
It's interesting because we often hear about Taurus being laid back,
right?
Capricorn being the workaholic. But in a way, they can each teach other about balance.
Oh, interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Taurus reminds Capricorn to kind of pause and savor the moment.
Okay.
While Capricorn encourages Taurus to channel their creativity into something tangible, something lasting.
It's about finding that sweet spot between enjoying life's pleasures and working towards something meaningful, right?
Exactly.
That's where their shared earth element, really shines.
Yeah.
They understand that a solid foundation is everything, but they also know how to, like, appreciate beauty, appreciate those simple moments. Now, there's one last thing from the text that really stuck with me.
Okay.
It mentioned this almost unreachable creative potential
Yeah.
that Taurus and Capricorn have together. What are your thoughts on that? Because it feels like it goes way beyond material success, doesn't it?
It's a very astute observation.
Yeah.
And it speaks to the profound potential of this pairing. Yes, they thrive in the material world, but that creative energy can manifest in countless other ways. Think about the creativity involved in building a loving and supportive family or, expressing oneself through art, through music. Taurus, with that Venusian influence, brings that innate appreciation for beauty and the ability to inspire. Capricorn provides that structure and dedication needed to actually bring those visions to life.
Right.
Imagine a couple renovating a home together.
Okay.
Taurus eye for design, Capricorn making sure the project is completed on time and on budget.
Yeah. So it's like their grounded nature, their ability to kind of collaborate and work towards a shared vision that unlocks this deeper level of creativity that maybe like other, maybe less focused pairings just might miss out on.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's about finding that harmony where, practicality and inspiration meet.
Yeah.
Where, stability fuels creativity.
It really makes you wonder, what could that unreachable potential really look like for a Taurus-Capricorn pairing? What, like, hidden artistic passions or spiritual connections might they discover together? What a fascinating thought to end on. This deep dive has given us so much to consider when it comes to Taurus and Capricorn compatibility. It's amazing how much depth there is beyond just those like initial sun sign interpretations.
It really is. And ultimately, that's the beauty of astrology, isn't it?
Yeah.
It offers a roadmap, a framework for understanding, but the journey is always unique and full of surprises.
I love that. What a beautiful way to end this deep dive. Thank you so much for joining us today. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being here.
Always.